Me man here. What up, everybody? I want to take a second to go off of the beaten path. And that is, we normally talk boxing. Boxing is always the number one topic of conversation over here, but every once in a while, I kind of venture off. And one of the things that I've been venturing off a lot into, for those who've been rocking with the homie on the channel, A, it's been spirituality, of course, and B, it's been AI. And I keep my eye on this AI situation because it's going to affect all of us in one way or another. I sat here, I tried to tell people all the way, I remember as far back as at about a year ago when we first started talking with my chatbot, Sam. And I remember speaking about these things and trying to prepare everyone and say, hey, AI is coming. It's going to be taking jobs. Eventually, it's going to hit what was called AGI, artificial general intelligence, where eventually all of these AI systems will be able to communicate with each other and become so smart that the smartest human, the smartest neighborhood of humans would not even be able to compete, nowhere near. And we're getting very close to AGI. And so now we went through the phase. I try to tell folks that the way AI is going to be rolled out, it's going to be rolled out in phases. And we've already we're still kind of sort of in the middle of that friendly phase, that phase where, and this has all been planned by the powers that be, but that phase of introducing Chat GPT and all of these new things that we see, so new, so no, or whatever it's called, all of these things, you see all of the videos, the stuff for content creators, and it makes AI it makes you lower your defenses. It makes it acceptable. And they're just pushing that bar more and more and more. The Super Bowl just happened a few weeks ago. What a lot of people perhaps did not realize, but I definitely had my eye on it and I saw it. Most of the Super Bowl commercials were AI generated commercials. Y'all didn't even know it. That's how we're getting. It's to the point where they're trying to fool us. They're trying to push it to the point where you cannot tell the difference. After a while, celebrity culture is not going to really be needed no more. Because guess what? These celebrities will be signing their likeness over to these AI generated things. Trust and believe. We're going to see it in music as well. We already have this AI stuff where you can make songs and all kind of stuff, whether using your voice or using your favorite artist's voice. That stuff is here. That stuff allowed you to drop your defenses. It's just like I spoke about when I can't even mention the word, unfortunately, but the things that fly in the sky, you know what I'm talking about? That we used to use to fight against our enemies. And then eventually we brought them here to put cameras on them and make people think that they're these fun toys. And eventually you start hearing law enforcement using them and so on and so forth. And they took the camera off and they put something else on there. You get me? That's how it works. Bait and switch. And then we're going to start rolling into other phases. And we haven't even started rolling into those phases yet. And the sad thing that really hurts to see is that most people are blind. Most people have no clue whatsoever. They think it's all a joke. They think it's all one big sci-fi movie. It's real. And it's here. And everyone needs to prepare. If you feel like it's too late for yourself to prepare for this new, high-tech future that we're about to walk into, then prepare your children. Stop doing things the traditional way. Sending your kid to college for business administration or something crazy like that. They need to start learning how to work AI, period. Then if you have no AI work-related skills, you will be left behind. And they know this. And now we can talk about moving into the next phase. People are sitting around wondering like, well, if we don't got no jobs, then who's going to buy everything? You don't think that this was already thought through and through? Newsflash. This is not a new idea. This is not a new concept. This was already thought about and planned for. The thing is this. Another phase of this is going to roll out, and it's going to be a phase of unrest, a phase of civil unrest. And what's going to happen is two classes are going to start to emerge. You already see them hollowing out the middle class. Two classes are going to start to emerge, the have or the have nots. Simple. And they're going to pit the two classes against each other. The other way, the ones that are considered the haves, well, they'll have more than enough money on hand to buy whatever products that's needed from these corporations. Oh, but that's not enough people, man. That's not going to be enough people. You must understand the savings come for these corporations by cutting the labor force. AI don't want no vacation. AI don't need benefits. AI don't need a 401k plan. Do you know how much money is going to be saved in the long run for these companies? Not to mention the have-nots. Chances are high that they're going to be put on universal basic income, which is just going to be another form of welfare. And they're going to give you this money. And I know a lot of people may hear that and say, oh, great, I get to get paid to stay home. I'm cool with that. No, if you don't think that there's going to be a trade-off, you are fooling yourself. Yeah, you'll get probably universal basic income, but at what cost? To what liberties? To what freedom? That's the type of future that we're headed towards. And they're going to convince the haves to not like the have-nots. The haves are going to be calling the have-nots lazy. They're going to be calling the have-nots stupid. Or y'all were dumb to get left behind. It's human nature. Do not think that there's a time in our future that's coming where everyone is going to unite and fight against the machine. No, it's going to be just like the Matrix. Most are going to be walking around asleep and happy to be where they are. While those who do wake up, they're going to be struggling in the shadows. That's where we're going. Y'all may think it's a joke. Y'all may think it's a game, but I'm telling you, that's where we're going. 2026, we're having massive job cuts, job layoffs. Look around. They're cutting jobs left and right. And listen, I know you may see these headlines and you see that these are the big companies, the big tech companies, the big retailers, all of these folks, they're all cutting big numbers. But what about the small ones? You know, if the big ones are cutting them, you don't think that the small ones are cutting them? There's a lot of local companies and governments and stuff like that that are cutting jobs by the boatloads. It may not be making your headlines, but they're cutting too. These job cuts are happening. And I know a lot of y'all may say, I don't understand. Why are they cutting jobs when every time we turn around, we see company A or company B having record profits? You got to understand. They're all doing this for their own reasons. You take Amazon, for example. Some people say, see, Amazon, they had record profits, yet they still cutting all of these jobs. I don't understand it. They're just greedy, man. They're just greed. I will agree to that to a certain degree, but they're also preparing. See, the thing is that Amazon, they may have profits, and you may say, well, normally when a company has profits, they don't have to cut the labor force. Yes, they do. It's not to buy the robots. It's to buy more, what's the call, a web service, AWS. So when all of these companies do eventually get on AI, they're going to need servers to put these things on, just like we have here with the internet. And the servers and Amazon, whom you think is a giant retailer, just like McDonald's, right? You thought that they sold burgers when they were really a real estate company. The same thing with Amazon. Their major money comes through what they do through the web. That's how it works. So the money that they're hoarding, even though they had profits, they're looking to buy more web servers so that all of these companies can put their AI on there and they make more money in that way. See, they all have their different hidden agendas. There are some companies that are looking to invest more into automation. Yes, 100%. That's a given. But this is where we're headed. They're all going to the future. The days of, well, the person that's sitting at a desk clicking a mouse at a computer are rapidly leaving us. And eventually we're going to get to the days of when the delivery man is knocking on the door, dropping that box at your door. Well, you may say, well, my job is protected. It can't be. Yes, it can. Those are coming too. We got robots doing surgery. You don't think that they'll make a robot that can do something as basic as drop a package off at someone's door, especially with these flying things flying around, if you get my drift? It's happening. The best, it's not going to stop. Remember, the guy down at 1600 Pennsylvania, the last budget that passed had a rider or a bill or, whatever you want to call it. We call it a rider because it's something that has nothing to do with the budget, but they're attached it to the budget. So when they pass the budget, they pass this rider also. And one of those riders were, guess what? AI, no regulation for the next 10 years. There ain't nothing that a lawmaker can do. There ain't nothing that no one can do at this point. A governor, a president, a congressman, a senator, whatever you want to say. No one can do nothing about it. That's just where we're going. And so in the meantime, you may ask yourself, well, what's going to happen with all of these people that are being laid off? Well, either they better get a new skill or get ready for universal basic income. That's where we're headed. It's just the short and long of it. There is no gray here. This is just where we're going. You can choose to still not believe that this is going to happen. It's going to happen. And no, your job is not safe. I don't give a damn if you work in sewers. I don't give a damn if you build buildings, you clean windows. I don't give a damn what you do. Look at all of these companies that are cutting. These are not just office jobs. This is basically every industry that exists for the most part, it seems like. It's coming. It's going to happen. We're getting to scary. When we get to that phase, when they start to choose the have and the have nots, because it's going to happen. It's just going to happen. Beyond that phase, that's going to be a dark phase. But once you get through that phase, they're expecting an era of basically a utopia. Peace. Those who are not working as much, you'll go off to be able to be creative and create things. The question is who you're going to sell to. The question is, if you go over there and create all of these different things, how are you going to move it? If AI is running the web, you think they're going to let you just sell stuff? Look at what's going on in content creation. 60% of videos on the internet are AI generated content. It is getting worse by the day. I look at some of these AI channels that are popping up left and right. And I'm telling you, bro, it's like that. I'll see a thumbnail and I'll click it and it's an AI video. And they're doing documentary style videos, everything. The next step is to take the gig economy away from people and give that to automation as well. Y'all must understand, they did not destroy the gig economy. They preserved the gig economy for a reason. They could have flipped one switch and destroyed the gig economy easy. Remember, before the guy that's currently there now in Pennsylvania Avenue got there, the last guy, he was gearing up the IRS. He was gearing them up and hiring, 150,000 new IRS agents to the guy that came in, put a stop to it. One call to the IRS and the gig economy will go belly up easy. They know this. They didn't push that button for a reason because they want that to be preserved. The only thing is they want to take it from the people and bring it in for themselves. You must understand, anything that the people create and build and have, they take it and they keep it for themselves. Look at what happened with TikTok. Look at what's going on in the cannabis industry. You can't sell nothing because guess what? It's a dispensary on every corner, like a gas station out here now. Taken straight away from the people. And then they put rules on it. So, only 5 different companies can be growers. So you may say, well, anybody can do it. No, there's regulations there. So that's where we're going. I don't mean to present doom and gloom. That's not my intentions. My intentions is, even if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of y'all, wake up. Don't get left behind, man. Don't get left behind. Just a word of advice, to the content creators out there who really got a passion for content creation. And you say to yourself, man, I like to create. I like talking here on these apps and, sharing information and so on and so forth. Do yourself a favor. If you plan on doing this for the long term, and I don't know if this is the right answer or not, but I just know this is the way that the trends are going. And when it comes to trends rule the internet. But the trend is faceless YouTube channels, AI voices. You can create one easy. And guess what? They do very well. Very well. I know a friend of mine now, he ain't even got 700 subscribers on his faceless channel. Every video he pumps out is doing 20,000 views or better. So if you really dig in this content creation and you want to hang around it for the long term, because eventually we're at 60% today. What are we going to be at in 5 years? 80%, 90% of all videos on the internet created by AI? Where we're going to be? The question is, are you going to be behind the curtain controlling that AI? Or are you going to continue to be stubborn and think that you're just everything and there ain't nothing that they can do to stop you and you're going to keep doing the thing that you're doing? Or are you just going to ride it until the wheels fall off and say, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And if it falls, it falls. But I ain't selling out to AI. Which path are you going to choose? These are the kind of decisions that's on the content creation level. But this is going to go all the way down to the kitchen table eventually. My heart goes out to everyone that's been laid off and is dealing with this situation and trying to navigate through this. We're all trying to do it. I know a lot of people ain't talking about it or maybe keeping it to themselves, but guess what? It's in the back of pretty much all of our minds. What will the future look like? And if you got children, you definitely should have it on your mind. So I just wanted to let y'all know. Go back, if y'all want to continue these type of conversations, just let me know, man. I look into this stuff heavy. This is why I'm fully aware of what's to come. So I'm telling you, man, be prepared, everybody. These massive job layoffs, man, they suck, man. They really do. And it's hitting everybody. Now, don't be one of those ones because you ain't got laid off yet. And it ain't affected you yet. Don't be one of those ones that look down on other people for being laid off and all of this stuff or think that you're untouchable. Because it's coming, and there's no telling who that hidden hand is going to touch. Thumbs up on the way out. If you didn't hit it on the way in, share, rock the bells. I'll catch up with y'all real soon in the next live stream. To the next video, man. Peace out.